Hey guys, welcome to what will be the actual first, no, I take that back. I used to do a couple YouTube videos back in the college day, but now I'm not in college anymore. So this is the first actual video for the brand new Outlook Fishing YouTube channel. And this is going to be an unboxing, my first unboxing with 13 Fishing products. And just to give a little background, 13 Fishing was created in 2010, and all of their products that they have come out with have all been centered around the angler. Not just their products, but the angler experience, the idea of going out fishing, the pursuit of big bass, and I just love the concept, the way they throw their channels, their marketing approach is all centered around the angler experience. Just to give a little background, I started with 13 Fishing rods, I would say probably around 2014. I was quickly very amazed at the lightness of their rods, and so I've had the 13 Fishing Omens, I've had the 13 Fishing Envy rods, and I was always extremely pleased with the performance of the rods. I ended up trying some other rods, and I never fully went away from them. Even though I worked with other companies, my issue was I was always unable to put down 13 Fishing rods. And in the sponsorship world, that's frowned upon. And so my goal has been to work with a company that I will not put I will put down all other rods of other companies. And that's what I have with 13 Fishing. Specifically, the Envy Crankenstein rods were my rod of choice. I loved throwing crankbaits on that rod, lipless crankbait rods on the Potomac River. And so that was my real intro to 13 Fishing rods. I always kept that single rod on my deck, especially on the Potomac River with lipless crankbaits. And I'm proud to say now that I no longer have to worry about having any other company rod on my deck. So I'm going to show you a bunch of reels, I'm going to show you a bunch of rods, and we're just kind of, I'm kind of lay them out for you and let you see what they have to offer. I think you'll be very pleased and maybe even make a change yourself. So let's do it. So as you can see, nice size box. It arrives straight to my door. Oh, and so let's do it. Yeah. I'm actually going to put this on the ground so you don't have to look at a box the whole time. But as you can see, package it very nicely. It's not going to come with any broken items in your boxes, which is exceptional. They really do a good job to keep your products in good shape as they come to you. So, the first one I'm going to get started with, this is the highest end reel that I bought. This is the Concept C by 13 Fishing. This one right here is a 7-to-1 gear ratio. The reason why I got this one is specifically for faster moving items, things I'm going to want to pick up a lot of slack very quickly with, whether it be you're throwing jigs and you need to build up you need to reel in a whole lot of that slack before you set the hook on the fish and get them in quickly. Carolina rigs, another one that you got to reel in a lot of slack very quickly. Maybe even frogs with braid. But this is going to give you a lot of versatility, and I'm really looking forward to it. A key feature of the 13 Fishing reels is a lot of them our carbon fiber. And so what that does is it's a lighter metal. It's going to be extremely light casting. And just go through what comes with it. There's a 13 fishing sticker. Here's your little warranty rebate. I really recommend taking care of this. They have great customer service at 13 Fishing, and the return policy is great. And also there is a warranty system that you can get. You can return it for another reel in case you have any issues with their reels. And so any company that has reel warranties, that has rod warranties, or companies that you want to be with, because they are going to take care of you. As always, this is great to have a little diagram with all the parts. And what I like to do is I like to hold on to this, keep all for every single reel that I have. That way, if you lose any parts, if any parts fall out, if you have problems with any parts, you can call up the company, you can email them and tell them straight up what your issues are, and they'll take care of it for you. So that's that. First thing looking at this, just look at this color. This pearl white finish, how beautiful is that? That's awesome. That is awesome. It's a very light frame. Very light, very small. It's going to fit great in your hand. Another thing you'll notice is the cork handles, and these are on multiple of their reels. I know it's on the Concept A as well. And this will allow you to grip very, very well. I really, really like that. And I think also when you get moisture on your hands and stuff, it will always act as a gripper as well. I love cork handles on rods exclusively because when you get to sweat, sometimes that EVA foam will kind of slip a little bit, and I don't think you'll have as much slipping with this, which is a huge plus. This one is the 7:3:1 gear ratio. Every technique is pretty much covered. These have 9 ball bearings, so it's very small, lightweight. I'm going to do some damage with this year. Another feature that I really, really like is the thumb bar. It's the same action as your normal thumb bar, but the cool thing they add to it is a little rubber center grip, and so your hand will never slide. A problem I've had in the past a few times, especially when I was starting out fishing, was I would go to set the hook and my thumb would be in the way, and there was a couple times where I had to hand reel bass in due to the fact where I accidentally pressed down the thumb bar. I don't think you'll have that same issue with this. Since you have your grip, you'll really be able to feel it well, and that probably won't happen to you in the same degree. And like I said, it's a lot of carbon fiber, and so it's metal, none of it's plastic, just very, very lightweight, but it's still very, very durable. Another feature that I love on this reel, and I've dealt with a lot of reels. I fished Shimano, I fished Luz, I've fished Quantum, a lot of the other ones, and a lot of them have the side plate to change your gears, and that's all great and dandy, but for saltwater anglers, that's not great. The biggest problem you have is corrosion, and this is durable for not only freshwater but saltwater as well. And I don't think salt is going to be as big of an issue with these for the saltwater guys as a result of having the plate on the side. And so the beetle wing door is a real cool feature. A lot of your other wings will have your gear changes on the outside, and for saltwater guys, you could have water come in through that gear change on the outside, but this will keep your salt from getting in there. Just make sure you close it fully every time so you don't get anything in there. But it's just got a little beetle wing door. All you have to do is click down on it and it will pop it out. One thing to make sure you watch out for is Your spool might push out a little bit when you do that. Just make sure you pay attention when you're doing it so you don't have any of your line give you backlashes or whatever you when you open up the door. That could end up being a problem, but just be observant, and I don't think you're going to have any issues with it. And it's attached, so you're not going to lose the actual beetle wing door, but you just push it back in and make sure you close it all the way off, and you'll have no issue at all. And so a really cool feature of their reels is bulldog drag, and it's 22 pounds worth of thrust. That's really good quality when it comes to your drag system. And so just make sure that you tighten it up really well. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And then when you set the hook, 22 pounds of thrust, you're not going to lose a fish. You're going to be able to pull it out of heavy cover, whether it be grass mats, whether you're fishing around wood, topwater frogs, any really thick conditions, you're going to be able to really drag it out of that really thick cover, which is awesome. Another cool feature is the tension knob on these is really cool. Unlike a lot of other reels on the market, the cool thing about these ones is it really clicks. And so you can hear the clicking every time you turn it. And so it's really going to allow you to fine detail whatever it is that you're throwing on the water. And so you can really hear that and make sure you're guaranteeing that you're going to get the right performance out of the bait that you're throwing. And something cool that I learned recently was when you're in the off season, make sure you turn your drag all the way down. What that does is there's a little spring system, and that's how all reels do their drag. And as a result of having the drag tightened all the way, it's going to mess with the spring, and so eventually that spring will give to where you'll lose performance in your spring. So every time during the off season, make sure you turn it back all the way, and you won't lose any of the performance in the actual drag system. So that's a very important thing to remember during the off season when you're trying to keep your reels in great condition. I will end up taking this apart during the off season, lubing it up a little bit, just maintaining the performance. But the bearings in this are stainless steel, anti-corrosive bearings, and I don't think it's going to give you a lot of trouble. This is going to be a reel that's going to last you a good long time. So that's the Concept C. Let's see what else I got. Next up is the Concept A. This is a great also tournament performance reel. I guess you would say this is your mid-range tournament, and this is your a little more beginning tournament series, just like the other ones. Everyone comes with a nice 13 fishing sticker. You can put that on your truck, you can put it in your boat, you can place it wherever you want. Same great warranty. And another great feature about their reels in the box is they do a great job of protecting it. There's little foam squares in there that'll keep it nice, and you won't have any issues with it at shipment, which is always great. So first looks, it's black, Concept A. It's the same really sturdy frame, same arrowhead line guide, and what's also great, different guys do it different ways, but with your spool, some guys like to do a knot just along the spool. Some guys like to feed it through, which takes a little bit more work to get, but it really cinches it down well to stick it through the actual holes in the spool. But you can do it however you want. And basically, it's a nice sturdy metal, but it's also very lightweight. I will say that the Concept C, this one retails for $230, so it's a little bit more pricey, and the Concept A is $175, so it's a little bit more realistic pricing. It's not going to break the budget, but you're still going to get the same great performance out of the Concept A as you would the Concept C. The difference, the Concept C is 9 ball bearings. This one is 7 ball bearings. So it's a little less ball bearing, not as smooth, I would say, as the Concept C, but another great performer in the line of Concept bait casters. Just like the Concept C, you have your same cork handles, which are fantastic. The same clicking mechanism that you can obviously hear when you're using it, which is going to be great. Same beetle wing door. Just going to pop out. It's not going to fall out. Like I said before, just make sure that your spool doesn't slide when you're moving it. And then you can switch the gears within that. Once again, just make sure you close it. It's 22 pounds of bulldog drag, just like the other. So you're not going to lose fish. You're not going to have a problem breaking them off. You're going to be able to really rip them out of that thick vegetation or your thick cover, which is great. Rubber thumb bar, so you're just going to be able to. It's just going to be a high performing reel. So that's the Concept A. Beautiful. They really do a great job with detail. Next up, I'm not done. Out of the box, the first thing you know and learn is that it's a very, very sturdy reel. Just like the other ones, there is a whole lot of carbon fiber in this whole thing, which really decreases the weight but still maintains the performance and the quality of your reel. This one is a 3000 model, and so what I'll be doing for this one is using it for shake heads, for drop shots, and not compromising the amount of line that I'm able to put on here. It says for mono at 8-pound test you'll get 200 yards, at 10-pound test you'll get 170 yards of line, and for 12 you'll get 145 yards of line. So you're going to be able to put plenty of line on this, so you won't have to worry. I'll probably do braid backing on a lot of them anyways, because the price of fluorocarbon is pretty expensive. I've never really been a guy to do just a fluorocarbon leader on braid. I'm just not very confident in it, and braid can get tricky at times. But anyways, what you'll notice is they got this little triangle open frame, which cuts down on the weight. A lot of the others are just the solid metal right there, and so they're working to cut down on the weight of the actual reel, which is awesome. And so it's just going to give you very light, durable performance. And it's very cool. It's got a cool chrome finish. It's kind of hard to see, but the actual setup is very, very cool. It's called an airfoil carbon rotor, and it looks very, very durable, which is cool. So out of the box, the reel handle will not be on there. You have to put it on yourself, which is pretty easy. All you got to do is they give you a little bag that contains it, and everything you need is attached. So all you need to do is unscrew this little screw that's on the end. It's got a little metal plate, and it's kind of like an O-ring finish, plastic finish on the end. So you just remove all that, and then you're going to take it, put it on the left hand side, as most spinning reels are, and slide it all the way through just like that. you're going to want to take off your outside plate on the other side. That'll protect your screw lock. And I don't know if you can see that they lube it up pretty well, so you're probably going to want to maintain that lubrication in there every once in a while, after the season probably, and that'll just guarantee that you'll be able to slide it all the way nice and smooth. So what you're going to do is you're just going to screw it with your hand a little bit. But another cool feature that they actually give you in the packs is they give you a little collection of everything you need. So replacement O-rings for those, a replacement screw, that little metal piece that's in between, and then instead of a little screwdriver or an Allen wrench, what they give you is it's a little 1/3 coin. And so you're going to use that as your screwdriver, and you're just going to screw it in, making sure that you maintain as close contact with your reel handle as possible so you don't lose that nice connection as you're tightening it up into the frame. So you're just going to tighten it nice and tight till it's nice and flush. And it's not going to go all the way into your frame, as you can probably see. There's plenty of space in here for it to go. But then you're just going to slide the cover onto it, and you're good to go. As you can hear, it doesn't make a lot of noise, which is always a plus. Just a very, very beautiful reel. The 1/3 Creed GT from 13 Fishing. Beautiful. Got the little anti-reverse. I never really use the reverse feature. I usually just keep it on anti-reverse. If anything, you can hand line it if you need to. It's a 6:2:1 gear ratio. Like I said, they come in 1,000 size to 4,000 size. And the reason why I got the 3,000 is because I like a big spool. It reduces the line twist that you're gonna get, or the line feeding off the reel, which is pretty common with spinning reels, and it'll allow your line to just stick to the reel a lot better. Nice and smooth, opening the bail. Pretty beautiful. Can't wait to put this thing to use. All right. So those are the 3 reels I got. I'll make sure to put the specs online in more detail for you later. This is just a quick run through of what I got, but I'm really, really excited about this stuff. So now that you've seen some of the cool products 13 Fishing has to offer, I hope that you'll check them out. Team 13 Fishing on Instagram, 13 Fishing on Facebook, 13 Fishing on Twitter, and 13fishing.com is where you'll find all the products. They're also available on Tackle Warehouse. Give them a try, let me know what you think, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Till next time, guys, take care, fish on.